Hello everyone. This is Sai Praveen along with my teammates Vamsi and Sahiti, and here to present our project on Scrum method and its applications in a software development or ID industry for the course of CS 593, Agile Software Engineering, and Sprint Fundamentals. Yes, Sprint. Sprints are fixed. Sprints are fixed time periods in the project development, and typically lasting between 1 to 4 weeks. They are key part of Agile and Scrum methods, which break large projects into smaller parts. And here are the main features of it. And each sprint has same duration throughout the period. Uh, Throughout the project period, making it predictable. Once one sprint ends, a new one starts right away, and keeping the whole development process continuous and iterative. And each sprint has a set start and end date, giving the team a clear timeline to plan and work within. And these are the phases of the sprint: sprint planning, daily scrum, development and collaboration, sprint review, and sprint retrospective. Sprint planning is nothing but the beginning of each sprint, the sprint period. The product owner and a scrum team collaborate, and they form a goal for that sprint to happen, and they select the product backlogs, if there are any, for them to be completed in the upcoming sprint. And then the daily scrum. Daily scrum is nothing but it is a daily meeting where the team will be approach. All the team members will be in the meeting, will be talking about what they are going to do for the next 24 hours. What is the action, what is a plan of action they are going to take, if there are any obstacles, and so on and so forth. And development and collaboration and sprint review. Yeah, at the end of the each sprint, the team holds a sprint review meeting. They present the complete work, including the potentially shippable product increment, to the stakeholders, customers, and the product owner. And sprint retrospective. The sprint retrospective is basically the team conducts a reflective meeting where the team members evaluate their performance during the sprint. And now coming to the fundamentals. Yeah, fundamentals of agile software. The agile is a software development and approach, and iterative development breaks the process into smaller increments. Each iteration involves planning, development, testing, and review. Now, the customer collaboration. It encourages the involvement and collaboration with the customers and stakeholders to shape the product and meet their needs. Emphasis on the individuals and the iterations. It values the effective communication, teamwork, and self-organization for the productivity and creativity. Responding to change. Uh, it embraces the change and allows the team to adapt to evolving requirements, technology, and market conditions. Now, continuous improvement. Agile fosters a culture of learning and improvement through reflection, feedback, and making adjustments, even in the middle of it. So these, by following these principles, agile teams can deliver high quality software that meets customer needs and embraces the changes and encourages the collaboration and improvement. Now, specific implementations of agile software engineering model. Scrum. Scrum is a widely used agile framework. It uses the fixed time period called sprints, daily meetings, specific roles, like assigning who is a product owner, a scrum master, and a scrum team to manage the development effectively. And Kanban. Kanban is another agile method that focuses on visualizing the work and maintaining a smooth workflow. It uses a Kanban board to track work stages, promoting the continuous delivery and reducing the delays. Extreme programming. Extreme programming is an another agile approach that emphasizes the teamwork, customer involvement, and technical excellence. It includes the practices like test-driven development, continuous integration, pair programming, and regular customer feedback. Uh, then lean software development, yes, it is inspired by lean manufacturing principles. It focuses on reduced waste, optimizing the flow, delivering value quickly, and fostering a culture of continuous learning and improvement. Feature driven development. The FDD or feature driven development is another agile approach that focuses on delivering specific features. It emphasizes domain modeling, feature driven design, and regular progress reporting and short iterations to manage complexity and ensure timely feature delivery. These agile implementations provide the framework and practices to apply the agile principles effectively. Now, backlogs. Backlogs are important in agile project management, especially in the Scrum. They help in organize and prioritize the work. Backlog projects. Backlog project backlog. The project backlog is a list of all the tasks needed to complete a project. It includes the requirements, features, and delivery deliverables, and some of the key points of the project backlogs are scope definition, prioritization, high-level tasks, long-term planning. The scope definition is nothing but the project backlog defines the project's scope by capturing all the desired features and goals. Prioritization, the tasks in the project backlogs are prioritized based on their improvement importance and value to the project. The high level tasks, the project backlog includes high level tasks that break down the project into manageable parts. Long-term planning. The project also, the backlogs, help the long-term plans, planning, estimating the timelines, and setting milestones. This comes to the product backlogs. This is a special item that focuses on managing the requirements and features of the product. It is owned by a product owner and is always changing. Here are some important things to know about the product backlogs. Features and user stories. The product backlogs includes features, user stories, and fixes that describe what the product should do. These are written from the perspective of the end users, that is the customers. Prioritization. The product backlog is organized based on what is most important. This could be based on customer needs, market demands, business value, or even the technical requirements. The product owner works with the stakeholders to decide what to prioritize. The refinement and estimation. The product backlog is constantly refined as new information comes up. The requirement changes or even the feedback it receives. It items in the backlog are broken down into smaller tasks and estimated for how much time or effort they will take. Release plans. The product backlogs help in planning when to release new features or updates. It provides a roadmap for what is to be done in the future releases and help align the development with the overall goals of the business. Now, coming to the sprint backlogs. Sprint backlogs is a smaller list of tasks selected from the product backlog for a specific period of time called sprint. Here are some of the things about the sprint backlog, the sprint scope, task breakdowns, effort estimation, and daily tracking. Sprint scope. The sprint backlog outlines the work to be done in a sprint. It includes user stories, tasks, and a technical work that the team will focus on during the time. The task breakdown. The sprint backlogs breaks down the selected items into smaller actionable tasks. These tasks represent the specific work needed to complete the user stories and achieve the sprint goal. The effort estimation, the team estimates how much effort each task will take. This helps in planning and tracking the progress during the sprint and identifying any potential issues or delays. Daily tracking the sprint backlog is used as a reference during the daily meetings, where the members they update the progress of their own tasks, and so that it will be easier to coordinate whole work. Now, these are the implementations of the backlog, and now coming to the real world examples of the Scrum. There are many real world examples, particularly which are used by which real world IT companies which use Scrum in their software development. One of the most popular ones are Spotify, Netflix, Salesforce, Google, and even Amazon. Now, coming to the Spotify, it is, as we all know, it is a popular music streaming platform. It uses the Agile and Scrum to make significant changes. They adopt the Spotify model and embrace the Agile mindset. They moved away from the traditional structure and formed independent teams called squads. Each squad has its own goals and priorities and followed Scrum principles. This transformation allowed Spotify to release new features quickly, respond to the customer needs, and constantly improve their product. Now, coming to the Netflix. Netflix, you all know that it is well-known streaming platform, streaming service. It also adopted Agile and Scrum, and they focused on continuous improvement and quick iterations by using Agile. Netflix improved their speed of delivering content, enhanced collaboration between the teams, and become more responsive to the customer feedback. Agile and Scrum helped Netflix adapt to the market changes, experiment with the new features, and provide a personalized user experience. Now, coming to the Salesforce, it is a CRM platform also uses Agile and the Scrum to improve their software development. They focused on collaboration, transparency, and faster delivery. Salesforce embraced the agile principles like customer collaboration and continuous feedback to enhance their CRM models and provide value to the customers. Google, we all know that everyone knows Google. We don't need any introduction on its own. So they also adapted the sprints for iteration, development, and product increments. Agile practices are at Google encourages collaboration, flexibility, and responsiveness to the customer needs. By leveraging the Agile and Scrum, Google delivers a high quality products, optimizes development cycles, and fosters continuous innovation in a dynamic market. Now, coming to the Amazon, yeah, a large e-commerce, if not the largest e-commerce and a technology company, uses Agile and Scrum. They have cross-functional teams that follow the Agile practices to deliver the products and the services quickly. Amazon's Agile approach helps them respond fast to the customer needs, try out new features, and continuously improve the customer experience. By embracing the Agile and Scrum, Amazon can innovate, scale their operations, and stay ahead in time in the market. The flexibility Scrum is now the yeah SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis means strengths, weakness, opportunities, and threats. What is real world examples of Scrum? The SWOT analysis will show us. Now, coming to the strengths, the flexibility. The Scrum is a flexible approach that can easily adapt to the changes in project requirements and what customer wants. It works by breaking the development process into small, manageable steps so the team can quickly respond to feedback and make adjustments as needed. It's all about the being responsive and making improvements. Now, coming to the collaboration and the communication, the Scrum encourages the teamwork and a good communication between the team members, stakeholders, and customers. Through daily stand-up meetings, the sprint planning sessions, and retrospective meetings, everyone can openly share information. And if they came across any hurdles or any obstacles, they can share about that, and they can find out where the issue is, and then overcome that really quickly. And it also empowers the teams. It gives the teams the freedom to organize themselves and make decisions and take responsibility for their own work. And the empowerment helps the team members feel like more creative and motivated, and they won't be bounded within a specific zone, and it helps them to progress creatively. And in Scrum, the teams regularly look back at their work and discuss how they can improve. They identify what went well and what went wrong and what could be done better. And this helps them by better at what they can do over time. Now, Scrum work is done in a short burst called sprint, as we all already discussed about it. They help this helps to deliver something of value to the stakeholders quickly and regularly, so that they know that work is being done. Uh, Now, the yes, that really gives the focus on the customer's value. Now, coming to the weaknesses, uh, as in SWOT, W means weakness. Learning curve here is a initial learning curve is really steep. So that means it is really difficult for the initial beginners. But as you progress, it'll be better. It gets better. But initially, it is that is a weakness. Now, lack of details. Yes, in Scrum, the focus on the create it is the focus is more on creating and delivering the working software rather than spending detailed documentation. This approach allows the teams to be more agile and responsive. However, it can be sometimes result in lack of thorough documentation, which may be harder, make it harder to keep track of a complete record of the project. And now adapting to the change, while it is known that even any changes in the requirements from the client, it can be they can give at any time, any point of time. So the frequent changes in the requirements might disrupt the work, and it may not be applicable for all the working environments. As say for example, some of the highly regulated industries, for them it might not be work well. The scrum they adopting to the scrum might not go work with their motto of their company. Now, opportunities. Now, Scrum can help organizations become more agile by adopting its practices and principles. This promotes a culture of ongoing improvements and teamwork across different teams and develop departments. Now, Scrum focuses on making customers happy by delivering frequent updates and listening to their feedback. It helps organizations stay competitive by adapting to changes in market and customer needs. Scrum encourages collaboration, creativity, and innovation among the team members, and it can be expanded to larger projects and make multiple teams, making scaling framework like Scrum or Scrum of Scrums or Nexus. Now, coming to the threats. Uh, when implementing the Scrum, it's important to change how we think, how to work, and how our organization operates. Sometimes people may resist these changes where they are team members, stakeholders, and management. This resistance can make it difficult to fully adopt Scrum and enjoy its advantages. To succeed, we need to overcome the resistance and create a culture that encourages openness and collaboration. Sometimes people may not fully understand or properly be trained in Scrum, which can lead to misunderstandings or mistakes. Organizations might start using Scrum without fully grasping its principles, which can make implementations less effective and the results not as good as they could be. If people don't have enough knowledge, they might miss out on benefits of the Scrum can that can bring. Uh, Now, for Scrum to work well, everyone in organizations need to be actively involved and committed. If the management doesn't fully support or prioritize Scrum, it can make it difficult to implement and can affect the success of the Scrum teams. Not having enough resources, training, or dedicated Scrum masters can also make it harder to use the Scrum effectively. As we know, yeah, Scrum has a lot of advantages, but that's not having any magical solution. It is not a silver bullet which can make away all the problems go away. So it is unrealistic to have expectations that how things could be it can be done, how fast the productivity would be. So yeah, Scrum needs people who know what they are doing and can use the method well. If they aren't enough experienced people in it, if there aren't enough people who know how to make it, it'll be really harder to make Scrum work. If the team hasn't had enough training or doesn't have right skills, it is tough for them to get all the advantages that Scrum could offer. The rest of the project will be explained by the rest of the team. Thank you so much.